Welcome to the training video, The Art of Reading a Building. I'm John Mittendorf.
And I'm Dave Dodson.
Hopefully this video will give you a practical opportunity to use the information in the book, The Art of Reading a Building.
And we're going to do this by offering a series of video examples that allow you to practice that skill set. We're going to show you building after building and offer you the opportunity to make a read on that building. Are you ready to get started? Now we know, looking back at the history of North America, that there's pretty much 4 distinct differences in the way buildings were built. The first, for lack of a better term, was the historical buildings. These are any buildings that are still standing today that were built before World War I. So that's like our first era classification.
We just finished classifying a building. Now let's take a few minutes and look at the observable things that we look at a building in what's just called a general size up considerations. Now we cover a lot of different angles in the book, but let me just cover some of the highlights of that. And I think first of all, probably at the head of the list would be familiarity with a building. There's nothing that replaces your familiarity with the buildings in your district. Just had the opportunity to watch Dave and I go through a scenario with the Tulsa Fire Department. Now it's your turn. We're going to bring up a scenario, and remember when you watch it, you're going to see 2 sets of prompts. The one set of prompt is going to be the 4 basic elements of what we based the book on: type, era, use, and size. The other set of prompts is going to be specific hazards about that building that you think might be important to your fireground operations. So let's take it, let you take a look at it, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
All right, looks like right off the get-go here on Site A, we're dealing with a single-family residential building, classic subdivision, so on and so forth. But look at that setback, John. That's pretty far off the street back there, and that's a size-up consideration that hopefully people have picked up right away. What else do we see here on Site A? Looks like we have some attic venting that's going on this side. Almost looks like we have a central corridor for our utilities here. And then I think that's a pretty high pitch on the gabled roof. What do you think?
It is, Dave, and then also when I look at this house, I would say it was probably legacy construction. Maybe it was built about the mid-1960s.